Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English, Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We are busy with chapter Al-Isra, the night journey, surah number 17, verse number 33. Nor take life, which Allah has made sacred, except for just cause. And if anyone is slain wrongfully, we have given his heir authority to demand qisas or to forgive. But let him not exceed bounds in the matter of taking life, for he is held by the law. Now, Islam places a very, very great emphasis on the sacredness of life. I apologize for the sound in the background. There's some lawn mowers in the background, right? So I apologize for the sound. I hope that you can still hear me despite the noise. So Islam places a very great deal of sacredness on a human life. Don't take life. Elsewhere in the Quran, it says that if you take a life unlawfully, it is as if you have killed the whole of humanity. And if you have saved one life, it is as if you have saved the whole of humanity. Because that one life, for example, could have found a cure for cancer, and then the whole of mankind can be saved, right? Or that one life could have found a cure for so many other things, or could have been a beneficial person for humanity. The next person who dies unnecessarily could have been another Shakespeare, or another Mandela, or another Princess Diana, or another Martin Luther King, or another Mahatma Gandhi, and so on, right? So human life is very, very sacred because there are many people who are symbols and instruments of good for humanity. And it is not our job just to take life. And for example, for us in South Africa, as well as on the African continent and elsewhere, it is very sad to see how cheap human life has become. Myself as a medical doctor in the 1980s, when I used to work at Baragwanath Hospital, we used to call it the surgical pit on a Saturday night in casualty. And we would be horrified and shocked at the way one human being can harm another human being. Whether it is harming that person with broken glass bottles, or stabbing, or shooting, or killing. And it applies to both men and women. And we know that for South Africa, we have amongst one of the highest rates of murder in the world. And this I find very sad and very confusing, as what I mentioned in the previous episode as well. We as South Africans are a majority Christian country. And the Bible says very clearly amongst the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill. And the Quran says itself, nor take life, thou shalt not kill. So why is it that so many people in South Africa are killing one another if they are Christians? Why? Is it that they don't have a religion? Do they need Islam? Because Islam stands for social justice. Or is it that they don't know about God? Or is it that they don't care about God? Or is it that they don't care about the day of judgment? Because guaranteed, the person that you killed is known as a victim. And that person is going to ask God for justice. And it is a guarantee that every single human being on the face of the earth is going to face God. So if you have killed or murdered someone and the police haven't caught up with you yet, one day the police will catch up with you once we get our police department and our forensic departments all sorted out. Because there are other nations in the world who are very, very jacked up. You do a minor crime and they'll arrest you. They'll make sure that the crime scene is preserved. They will make sure they get the DNA. They will make sure that they follow up with it because there the police force is thoroughly organized. And they make sure that the majority of people don't get away with crime. Whereas the reverse is true in our country and on the African continent. And it is very sad to see that whether people on the African continent, they are dying either through poverty, because of hunger or lack of water, or there's a lot of places where there's civil war. And if someone can explain to me why there's so much fighting between black against black, I cannot understand it. There are so many tribal differences and ethnic differences where one black tribe wants to eliminate another black tribe and they are both black tribes. What causes this problem? I don't understand. Even at medical school, when I used to attend to patients, some of the nursing staff would refuse to attend to some black patients. They said, no, we're not going to treat that patient. I said, why? They said, no, we're not interested. So if someone can explain to me what is this animosity or hatred, are there historical reasons for that? But whichever way it is, the point is, don't take life which Allah has made sacred. Life is sacred. Life does not belong to you. Yes, you can murder somebody, but it is the prerogative of God. God most merciful. He is the one who gives life and He is the one who takes life. It's not your job to take life. God will decide when He wants to take the life of another person. But if you're taking someone else's life, you are now challenging God. That means you can take life when you want to. And we should not do that. Don't ever challenge God. The Quran makes it very clear, and the Bible makes it very clear. And religions, no matter what your religion is, even Hinduism or Buddhism and so many other religions, don't take life. Some religions also go to the extreme and say, don't even kill an ant. Life is sacred, and we must all appreciate and honor life. We need to save life. We need to protect human beings. And we need to follow the commands of God, most merciful, the Creator Supreme. No one has got the right to take anybody's life. And we need to encourage our justice system and our law that please ensure there is an adequate punishment for those who are committing crime. The punishment must fit the crime. Don't let criminals get away. As a belief man said. So nor take life which Allah has made sacred. God has made life very sacred. Except for just cause. Now this word except doesn't mean that ordinary people can take life. This must go through the due process of law, and the judiciary or the government then has got the right to do that, not ordinary men and women. And if anyone is slain wrongfully, we have given his heir authority. In Islam, there is a thing called qisas, which is blood money. You can ask for blood money for the slain person, or you can forgive that person. The choice is up to you. But let him not exceed bounds in the matter of taking life, for he is helped by the law. May your life be filled with barakah, blessings and abundance, and may we all, not only as South Africans, but as members of the African community and as members of the African Union, and for us as human beings on the planet Earth. When there is colonial invasion of a land or a country or imperial expansion, there are so many innocent lives that are taken under the excuse of human rights abuses. But the invading country will kill thousands upon thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, and in some cases, millions of lives are lost. And many more millions of lives are shattered. I mean, you probably know the statistics. I don't know the statistics offhand. I think the total number of casualties in World War II was probably about 90 million, 90 to 95 million, all over the world. So many lives lost because a few people at the top want to turn the world upside down. May we all learn to honor life and honor the sanctity and sacredness of human life. Look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.